Sure. Jerry Abrahams,
Here.
Cindy Butts,
Here.
Wendy Clark is going to arrive but late. Alexandra Dom, Kylie Goslin,
Here.
Tim Hodges, Kathy McKinnon, Salem Mascaro Bruno,
Yes.
George Perez,
Yes.
Franklin
here.
Perry,
Here.
Sarah Sanders,
Here.
Lisa Tepper Bates,
Here.
Greg Ugaldi.
Thank you, Shelley. We have public comments. Could you please proceed with that?
Sure. Good morning. This is the only opportunity on the agenda for the public to provide comments. If you would like to provide a comment, please unmute yourself and state your name. To ensure that everyone has the opportunity, comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Is there anyone who wishes to speak? Any comments? Hearing none, I'll turn the meeting back over to you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Shelley. Before we continue, I would like to introduce our new and welcome our new board member, Alexandra. Alexandra, are you, I cannot see you. Are you present? Shelley, can you see her? She's here.
I don't see her yet.
All right, so we'll come back to her. But Alexandra Don is the Deputy Commissioner for the ECD, and she will be joining us as a designee from the ECD. Moving on, we have the report from our Executive Director or CEO, Nandini.
Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. I'm excited about 2022. Maybe we'll finally beat this virus after all. A lot of exciting stuff going on at CHFA. We are in the midst of working on with DOH a program design and launching the My Home CT program, which is the moniker we've given the Homeowner Assistance Fund dollars that Connecticut is set to receive from the federal government. So a lot of work has gone into doing a tremendous amount of outreach with the largest municipalities in the state, legislative leadership in both the state, Senate, and House. And we are building the infrastructure as we speak. We have yet to receive Treasury's approval, but we believe it's forthcoming. And we're excited. We're hoping to launch this program before the end of this quarter. So I would be happy to answer any questions about the program and or send you the PowerPoint that we've been using in our conversations with a lot of the stakeholders that we're meeting with currently. We are also excited about a state-funded state trust fund funded down payment assistance program that we're going to be administering for DOH. And it's going to be first-time home buyer up to 25% down program. So very deep down payment assistance, a statewide program, but you know, we're in the midst of coming up with a program design for that. And we're going to bring that to board in the next month or so. I'm also excited to talk about a board retreat that we are currently in the midst of planning with Jerry and Lisa and the commissioner. And we're targeting sometime in the middle of May, the week of May 16th. We're developing the agenda right now. We're gonna give all board members a chance to provide us some feedback. I already have some great ideas, and we're gonna be coming up with an agenda that we can provide to you for your feedback. So just looking back really quickly, I'm not going to take very long. I know we have a pretty big agenda today, but looking back on 2021, you know, CHFA achieved really most of its goals while continuing to keep the mission going during a very, very difficult time for the state. We've started with the dashboard. We're committed to doing it and providing you monthly updates. And we've drafted some key performance indicators for 2022. So just to recap 21, the board challenged CHFA to take on more than business as usual. And so we feel like there's more to be done, as always, but we felt that we gave it a really good go. We faced some major challenges in the home ownership space. And we talked a little bit about that at the Finance and Audit Committee meeting that I just came from, but we believe we're going to make some changes, and we are in the midst of making some changes that will allow us to, provide greater assistance to first-time home buyers in ways that we currently don't do. In 2021, 27% of our loans were in targeted areas, allowing people to build wealth through homeownership in traditionally underserved homeownership markets, including many first-generation homeowners. In the areas of efficiency, we exceeded our goal by completing the process from reservation to purchase of a single-family loan in 82 days. In the multifamily space, we exceeded our production goal by financing more than 1,500 units, exceeding our goal by 500 units. You approved during the 2021 board meetings, you approved 4 developments in high opportunity areas. And although that fell slightly short of our goal of 5 developments, they're going to add 221 new affordable units. 15%, nearly 15% in the high opportunity towns of Farmington, Newington, Orange, and Brantford. In efficiency, multifamily processing from board approval to initial closing was 111 days on average, exceeding the goal of 150 days. We launched some new programs like the mobile home refinancing program, some changes in our traditional down payment assistance programs, a new opportunity map. In the financial innovations area, we exceeded our goals by committing more than $28 million in ITA and opportunity funds and completing 12 of the goals from the capital adequacy study. We spent time listening to partners. We had a couple of different initiatives that were rolled out through listening sessions. And we're putting all of that into our 2022 activities and our 2022 goals. So in terms of what we can look forward to in 2022, we began the IT strategic plan. We're going to get that done this year, which will provide a set of recommendations, and we would then move forward towards implementation. We have a branding initiative that we're hoping to complete in 2022. We want to do more. We are planning on continuing to become even more efficient in the multifamily area, and we're working with DOH on a pilot program that will speed up the processing time for certain tax credit developments that have both DOH and CHFA financing. We're looking at measuring how that type of program or pilot would affect processing time, which we hope it'll streamline the process greatly. We're doing a deep dive into single family. Lisa Hensley, our new MD, has been working really hard on looking at all of our underwriting manuals, our operational guides, to streamline, simplify, remove redundancies, and make consistent the program rules and parameters used by lenders to our programs. We're going to focus on both management and non-management training programs in order to enhance organizational development. We want to provide tools for everybody as we move into the future of how CHFA is going to be operating, where we're going to be asking more of people and asking them to use different ways of working and communicating and increasing expectations for how we finance affordable housing in the state. Succession planning continues to be a focus with the initial implementation of several key positions set to be completed in 2022. We're working on defining and establishing the market potential for different communities around our state. And we're going to start doing outreach in those communities specifically. In addition, we're developing marketing and outreach plans, especially around My Home CT, but also to better establish CHFA's brand among end users and partners around the state. We've developed a specific outreach plan with KPIs to target certain groups that we will be fully implementing in 2022 to establish who CHFA is, what we stand for, how we can provide benefits to our partners, and how they can help CHFA alleviate the shortage of affordable housing in Connecticut. I'm very excited about 2022. I realize that the challenges continue around supply and demand, issues in the homeownership market, continued affordable housing needs in Connecticut, continued uncertainty around the pandemic and labor shortages and supply chain issues and other market challenges. But I'm certain that the plans we're making and the programs and systems we have set up already in 2021 will help us overcome the challenges we face and lead to another successful year for CHFA. There is a plan to the strategic, a link to the strategic planning dashboard in the CEO report, and we will plan to update the 2022 dashboard on a monthly basis. I welcome feedback on the KPI dashboard. It is a topic that I'm happy to bring up and have discussed with the board more fully at the board retreat in May. So with that, I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Nandini. Any questions or comments? So Shelley, could you help me if I don't see hands, just in case? All right, because I cannot see everyone. I guess, Nandini, no questions. Certainly it has been—
Actually,
Greg?
just
You're muted, Greg. Muted.
could you hear me? Where will the retreat in May be planned for?
Hi, Greg. So we are looking at different locations. We want to make sure that it's accessible to all the board members, given that board members come from a variety of different locations in the state. So we are working on that right now, and we'll keep you posted.
So it was exaggerated when somebody said Dubai or something like that, right? It's probably going to be in Connecticut.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's—
Yeah, we can have the background of the boat, I think it is, right? Any other comments?
If you have any suggestions for location, I'm happy to take that as well. So whatever feedback you have would be great.
And Nandini, you can go ahead with the next.
Oh, okay.
Your
I'm going to
report.
have Hazim actually present our external auditors for their discussion of their audit plan.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. Prior to the issuance of CHFA audited financial statements, our auditor is required to present the audit plan to board members. The idea is to ensure the auditor has a good understanding of our business, evaluate the risks, apply the necessary protocols, and respond to any feedback from board members. The audit plan was discussed with Finance Committee, and the auditor, Ron Nosek, along with his staff, are on the call. Would like to share a summary with the remaining board members who were not able to attend the Finance Audit Committee. Ron?
Thank you, Hazim. So I'll be real brief here. We did go through the audit plan with the audit committee earlier. The plan is changed from prior years a little bit relative to the focus that we will have on internal controls. In previous years, we have always tested internal controls over the major transaction cycles relative to the authority. However, I think you're all aware that CLA acquired Bloom Shapiro. It was effective January 1, 2021, but we were far enough down the road relative to the 2020 audit plan at that point in time that the audit plan last year was completed under Bloom Shapiro audit methodology. This year, it will be fully under CLA audit methodology. Again, nuancically, the primary changes are relative to the focus on internal controls. The amount of testing that we'll perform on internal controls is going to be expanded to some degree. Oftentimes, that can lead to efficiency relative to substantive procedures performed in other audit areas. But we don't see, when we develop the audit plan as it stands now, we really didn't see much of a decrease relative to that. Probably the primary decrease, if you will, that will come out is that part of any audit procedures that are performed, we do flux analysis relative to account balances, compare prior year to current year, compare current year to current budget. And if there are significant variances, we'll inquire with management, get an explanation as to what caused those variances, and then do some substantive work relative to those explanations. So we're not just taking the explanation lock, stock, and barrel and moving on. We are evaluating the reasonableness of that communication. So if internal controls check out relative to the amount of work that we're going to do on them, that we can get to a low risk relative to internal control, then what happens is the threshold that will determine a significant variance will move up a little bit. So there perhaps are going to be less inquiries relative to variances. But really, I know I'm oversimplifying it, but in general, that's going to be the primary differences relative to our audit plan. One of the things, probably the primary thing that I communicated to the audit committee earlier, and I would communicate to the full board here now, is that the communication lines between us and you, those charged with governance, are open. They are always open, and they need to be used if there's any concerns by any of you relative to ongoings in the organization, audit areas. As you read through the slide deck that we provided, if you feel as though we're missing something, or you believe there is other areas of focus that we should consider, by all means, please communicate those to us so that we can bake them, if you will, into our audit plan. Timing wise, we're scheduled to begin final field work towards the end of February. So we do have some time between now and then if anything comes up, or if you have things in mind right now. But please do communicate those to us prior to that time frame if there is something that is troubling you or of concern to you, because once we're here, as I said earlier to the audit committee, once I'm back in front of you delivering the audit results, it's too late. We've performed the work, and if there was something you thought was important for us to look at, we may have missed it. We may have picked it up. I don't know, but point being, and I think you understand it, is the communication window, if you will, is now, not after. So that's really all the time I'll take from you. Today I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you may have relative to the plan. But being that, I'll turn it back to Hazim for now.
Zane, any additions to?
No,
No.
we welcome any feedback from members of the board.
Any questions from the board members? or comments? Okay, I don't see any hands, so we're gonna move on. Thank you both for
Thank
the
you.
report. Hazin, you will be on for the next two action items from the Finance and Audit Committee. So do you want to go ahead with the first one?
Yes, thank you very much. The first resolution is to authorize CHFA to issue up to 225 million of the Housing Mortgage Finance Program bonds. The sale will allow CHFA to raise 100 million of lending proceeds for the first-time homebuyer program, preserve 100 million of prepayments, and then refund about 25 million of outstanding bonds. For the last quarter, or September through December of 2021, CHFA purchased about 84 million. CHFA will utilize fixed rate and floating rate structures and overlay a swap and expect to close around March. RBC is assigned as the book running manager for the bonds. The resolution was presented to Finance Committee, and the committee asked questions regarding the swap, its features, the bidding process, the Fed, the upcoming action in March, and the impact to CHFA program. The resolution was approved unanimously by committee. I'll be happy to answer any questions the board may have at this time.
Thank you, Hazin. Can I have a motion to approve the resolution presented by Hazin?
I'll move. Jerry Abrahams.
Can I have a second?
Second, Greg.
Further questions, comments? Any comments? Tim, do you want to make a comment?
No, just coming off mute so I can say aye.
Oh, okay. All right. Shelley, please,
Yes.
roll call.
Jerry Abrahams,
Aye.
Cindy Betts,
Yes.
Wendy Clark, I think she's joined yet. Alexandra Dom.
Yes.
Kylie Goslin,
Aye.
Tim Hodges,
Aye.
Kathy McKinnon,
Aye.
Salem Mascaro Bruno,
Yes.
George Perez,
Yes.
Franklin Perry,
Aye.
Sarah Sanders,
Aye.
Lisa Tepper Bates,
Aye.
Greg Ugalde,
Aye.
unanimous.
Motion carries. Thank you, Shelley. And it has in the next resolution.
Thank you. The second resolution pertains to the private activity bond volume cap. Last December, the State Bond Commission awarded CHFA $225,138,740 of unused 2021 private activity bond volume cap. To preserve the award, the IRS requires us to file a carry forward application by February 15. We are recommending the approval to carry forward 150 million for multifamily and the rest for single family. In addition, on December 21 of last year, the Census Bureau announced the state experienced an increase in population by 48,591 residents. The increase impacted CHFA's 2022 tax-exempt volume cap allocation and the 9% low-income housing tax credit calculation, and the 2022 lending plan has been updated accordingly. The resolution was presented to Finance Committee, and the committee did not ask any questions. The resolution was approved unanimously by committee. I'll be happy to answer any question that is regarding the resolution.
Thank you, Hazin. I have a motion to approve the resolution.
Motion
Move.
to approve, Greg.
Second, Tim.
Any questions? Okay, Shelley, roll call.
Jerry Abrahams,
Aye.
Cindy Betts,
Yes.
Alexandra Dom, Kylie Goslin,
Yes.
Tim Hodges,
Aye.
Kathy McKinnon,
Aye.
Salem Mascaro Bruno,
Yes.
George Perez,
Yes.
Franklin Perry,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Aye.
Lisa Tepper Bates,
Yes.
Greg Ugalde,
Yes.
unanimous.
Motion carries. Thank you, Shelley.
Thank you,
Our
everybody.
thank you, Hazin, and to the Finance Committee. Next is our Mortgage Committee, and the Mortgage Committee has 4 resolutions that are going to be presented by Masuda.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. The first resolution before you is for Deming Ridge. The board is being asked to approve a first mortgage construction to permanent financing utilizing tax-exempt bond proceeds for up to $14,625,000 to 833 Deming Ridge or Deming Road LLC. During construction, the borrower will be paying interest only at a rate of up to 4.44%, and then converting to a 40-year fully amortizing permanent mortgage at a rate not to exceed 4.3%. Deming Ridge is the new construction of 88 units in Berlin. 27 of the units will be rent restricted to those that are earning 60% of AMI and under. Specifically, 18 will be at 50% of AMI, and then 9 of those units will be at 60% of AMI. The remaining 61 units will be structured as workforce housing as defined by the town with no income restrictions. This is, as you may know, we don't have a lot of opportunities to do new construction using 4% bonds. So this is a good model to be able to do new construction in an area of opportunity and to be able to offer diversified housing options for residents in Connecticut. The vote in Mortgage Committee was unanimous, and we also have staff available as well as Mortgage Committee if there are any questions as you consider the resolution.
Thank you, Masuda. May I have a motion to approve the resolution presented by Masuda?
So moved. I'll second.
Questions? Comments? All right, Shelley.
Gary Abrahams,
Aye.
Cindy Butts,
Aye.
Wendy Clark. I think she's joined yet. Alexandra Dom,
Aye.
Kylie Goslin,
Yes.
Tim Hodges,
Aye.
Kathy McKinnon,
Aye.
Salem Mascara Bruno,
Yes.
George Perez,
Yes.
Franklin Perry,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Aye.
Lisa Tepper Bates,
Yes.
Greg Ugalde,
Yes.
unanimous.
Motion carries. Masuda, could you continue with the next resolution?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. The board is being asked to approve a permanent first leasehold taxable mortgage of up to $4,650,000 with a 35-year amortization and term at a rate of up to 5.6% to Armstrong Court Phase 3 Development Limited Partnership. This transaction is being structured under CHFA's 9% permanent only product. It was a product that we created and rolled out last year. So you're going to see some of these transactions coming through in the next several months. The interest rate on the permanent loan is going to be locked at the time of the construction lender closing. And the funding of the permanent loan is expected to occur 24 months from the construction loan closing. This proposed development is part of the 3rd phase of the Armstrong Court redevelopment that's going to involve substantial rehabilitation and gut rehab of 42 units serving households who are earning at or below 60% of AMI. The Housing Authority of the town of Greenwich has committed also project-based choice vouchers for 12 of these units. And then this redevelopment is also going to, once it's all completed, it's going to have a total of 150 units, which is 6 units over the current unit count. This is also a town where only 5.35% of the housing stock is affordable. The vote in Mortgage Committee was unanimous, and we have staff available as well as Mortgage Committee if there are any questions as you consider this resolution.
May I have a motion?
I'll move. Jerry
Motion to
Abrahams.
approve, Greg.
I'll second.
Second, Greg.
Any questions? Hearing none. Shelley, roll call, please.
Jerry Abrahams.
Aye.
Cindy Bucks,
Yes.
Alexandra Dom.
Aye.
Kylie Goslin,
Yes.
Tim Hodges,
Aye.
Kathy McKinnon,
Aye.
Salem Mascara Bruno,
Yes.
George Perez,
Yes.
Franklin Perry,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Yes.
Lisa Tepper Bates,
Aye.
Greg Ugalde,
Aye.
unanimous.
Motion carries. The next resolution is for the project in Norwalk, Sound and View Landing Phase 3. Masura, could you present the resolution?
Yes, thank you. The board is being asked to approve a cash flow loan from the Community Investment Act account for $290,000 at 0%, a term of 30 years to assist Trinity WC4 Limited Partnership. This cash flow loan is going to cover COVID-19 construction cost overruns to bring the final phase of this development to completion. Phase 3 consisted of the demolition of the final buildings on the existing Soundview Landing and the construction of 2 new buildings with 108 apartments. Phase 3 is complete and 100% occupied. We're working with the borrower to achieve final CHFA closing, which is anticipated for February of 2022. The board or the vote in mortgage committee was unanimous, and we have staff available as well as mortgage committee if there are any questions as you consider this resolution.
Thank you, Masura. May I have a motion to approve this resolution presented by Masura?
Moved. Tim.
Thank you, Tim. Can I have a second?
Cindy, second Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy. Any questions? Hearing none. Shelley, could you do the roll call, please?
Jerry Abrahams,
Aye.
Cindy Bucks,
Aye.
Wendy Clark, Alexandra Dom,
Aye.
Kylie Goslin,
Yes.
Tim Hodges,
Aye.
Kathy McKinnon,
Aye.
Salem Mascara Bruno,
Yes.
George Perez,
Yes.
Franklin Perry,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Yes.
Lisa Tepper Bates,
Yes.
Greg Ugalde,
Yes.
unanimous.
Motion carries. Thank you, Shelley. Masura, the last resolution is for the project in Hartford, Westbrook Village Phase 4. Could you please present the resolution?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. The board is being asked to approve a construction to permanent mortgage loan of up to $1,590,000 with a 2-year construction term and a maximum term on the permanent mortgage of 30 years at an interest rate of 1% with payments from 20% of cash flow to Westbrook 4 Housing LLC. Westbrook Village Phase 4, also known as Village at Park River Phase 4. They received 9% tax credits in the 2021 round, and this is part of a multi-phased revitalization of Westbrook Village and Hartford. The Chfa loan will be in a second lien position due to construction cost increase as a result of the ongoing impact of the pandemic. The funding for this loan is coming from CHFA's newly created Affordable Housing Fund, which was capitalized by the Capital Magnet Fund and CHFA's Opportunity Fund in 2021. So you're going to see a few of these transactions coming through. This program is specifically targeted to communities that are in part of neighborhood revitalization as well as economic distress. So our goal is to pair these with tax credit to leverage additional financing to help these developments. Again, this is new construction, mixed income, and 15 units will be market rate. The vote in mortgage committee was unanimous, and we're happy to answer any questions as you consider the resolution.
Thank you, Masura. Then can I have a motion?
Cindy, yes, Cindy Betts, I move.
Thank you, Cindy.
Second, Greg.
Thank you, Tim. Any questions? Hearing none, Shelley, could you please do the roll call?
Jerry Abrahams,
Aye.
Cindy Butts,
Yes.
Alexandra Dom.
Aye.
Kylie Goslin,
Yes.
Tim Hodges,
Aye.
Kathy McKinnon,
Aye.
Salem Mascara Bruno,
Yes.
George Perez,
Yes.
Franklin Perry,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Yes.
Lisa Tepper Bates,
Aye.
Greg Ugaldi,
Aye.
unanimous.
Motion carries. Thank you, Shelley. Our next action item is an amended resolution regarding the appointment of bond counsel and a special counsel. And Teresa is going to present this resolution. I don't see you, but you're somewhere. Here you are.
Yes. Good morning, Madam Chair and board members. At the last board meeting in November, the board appointed both bond counsel and special counsel. And this was after an RFP had been done and an evaluation of the proposals by myself and two of my colleagues. After that board meeting, I found out that another firm, Brown, Panderas and Scott, had timely submitted a proposal to be special counsel, but their proposal inadvertently was not forwarded to me for review. We have since reviewed their proposal. They are qualified and we would like to add them on the list for special counsel. So I respectfully request that this amended resolution be adopted, appointing Brown Panderas on the special counsel list. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Terry. I see Commissioner Paris.
Yes, I mean, I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it, but this is unusual. And because it's unusual and people may see it in the minutes and question it, can you give us a little detail? What happened? Was this a human error? When the wrong email? You know?
Yes.
Terry,
Commissioner-
would you like me to respond, Terry, or?
Sure, Nandini, if you'd like to, sure.
Sure. Commissioner Perez, I'm happy to explain. So we strongly believe that this was a one-off situation. So since the onset of the pandemic, we have moved to a completely online submission process. The advantages of that are great in that we can instantly know when an application or a response to an RFP came in. There's certainty about receiving the information as opposed to having a previous process that involved people dropping off their responses, which could have created confusion in the past. But since we've moved to an online submission process, we don't believe we have an issue with the process per se. In this particular situation, there were two people involved in creating a folder into which the downloaded submissions were placed, a folder on our network drive. And because there were two people doing this particular task on this particular occasion, it created an out of sync situation that led to this particular error. So I don't believe that this is an ongoing thing. I think it's a one-time thing. We have fixed the process and I don't believe it'll happen again.
Again, I'm more curious now than before. Was this the same process followed with all the other firms and it only failed in this one firm?
Yes, as part of the process after the review of the applications, we've reached out to this particular firm.
No, you misunderstood my question.
Okay.
We were given a list at the last board meeting and it was a group of firms, right? My question is, did they follow the same identical process? But for whatever reason, in this one particular firm, the process didn't work. Was it still two people looking at it, putting it in? Or what was different about this firm that didn't make it to the list?
Maybe I can answer that question.
Sure.
The firm followed the same process as all the other firms by submitting an electronic submission into this virtual mailbox. And as Nandini said, this firm, Brown Panderas, their submission was put into a separate folder. And I was not aware it was there. No one was aware it was there until after the board meeting in November, when I reached out to the attorney and he said to me, I did submit a timely proposal. It's just that it was sitting in a separate folder and it never made its way down to the legal department when the rest of the proposals were sent to us. But
I
it was,
understood that from the beginning.
okay,
I'm trying to understand is how in this particular case, it worked different. Was it a different person handling it from outside?
there were two people handling it. Yes, Commissioner, yes.
Okay, but you're not getting it.
Yes,
Was
that's,
that the same two people that handle all the other requests too?
Normally, there's only one person who copies the
Okay,
submission.
so in this case, two people handle it versus. one.
Correct.
yes,
And and in other cases, only one person handle it.
correct.
Okay, now you answered my question. Thank you.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. Any other comments or question? All right, so may I have a motion to approve this amended resolution presented by Terry Calderon?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, Shelley, please do the roll call.
Jerry Abrahams,
Aye.
Cindy Butts,
Yes.
Alexandra Dom,
Aye.
Kylie Goslin,
Yes.
Tim Hodges,
Aye.
Kathy McKinnon,
Aye.
Salem Mascara Bruno,
Yes.
George Perez,
Yes,
Franklin Perry,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Aye.
Lisa Tepper Bates,
Aye.
Greg Ugalde,
Aye.
unanimous.
Motion carries. Thank you. Nandini, you're going to present the resolution for the amendment for the monthly meeting schedule?
Yes, thank you. Good morning again. I'd like to request that the board approve the amended meeting schedule for the 2022 calendar year. You may recall that we presented a resolution to you at the November board relating to this particular topic. We identified a conflict in the proposed time for mortgage committee, which is the Tuesday before the board meeting. It has since been amended to 1 o'clock on the Tuesday before the board meeting, and that change has made its way through the entire year's schedule. I respectfully request your approval of the amended board meeting calendar. Thank you.
Moved.
Second?
So moved.
Any comments or questions?
I can't see the full schedule right now on my screen, but does it have the date for the strategic planning meeting in May?
That would be a special meeting, Sarah.
Okay.
These are the regular monthly meetings. So when we, when we decide on the date, we will,
Okay.
yeah, thank you.
Any other comments or questions?
Nandy, I assume you'll have someone just populate all our calendars with all of this when it's adopted.
So we have actually sent you holds for each of these meetings already. If you didn't get it, let me know.
No, I do. I have it.
Okay.
It's human error. It's my human error.
No problem.
Is there a QAP task force meeting today?
There isn't one today. So
Okay.
you were adopting
Okay.
the resolution, but in fact, we
Okay.
canceled it. So it's
Okay.
it's just a weird situation, but yeah.
Thanks.
Any other comments? Okay, Shelley, do your thing.
Jerry Abrahams,
Aye.
Cindy Butts,
Yes.
Alexandra Dom,
Aye.
Kylie Goslin,
Yes.
Tim Hodges,
Aye.
Kathy McKinnon,
Aye.
Salem Mascara Bruno,
Yes.
George Perez,
yes,
Franklin Perry,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Aye.
Lisa Tepper Bates,
Yes.
Greg Ugalde,
Yes.
unanimous.
Motion carries. Can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll move,
moved.
Jerry Abrahams.
So moved.
Aye.
Second.
Second, any questions or comments? Hearing none, Shelley, please roll call.
Gary Abrahams,
Aye.
Cindy Betts,
Yes.
Alexandra Dom,
Yes.
Kylie Goslin,
Yes.
Tim Hodges,
Aye.
Kathy McKinnon,
Aye.
Salem Mascaro Bruno,
Yes.
George Perez,
Yes.
Franklin Perry,
yes,
Sarah Sanders,
Aye.
Lisa Tepper Bates,
Aye.
Greg Ugaldi,
Aye.
unanimous.
Thank you, Shelley. Before we adjourn, I would like to welcome again Alexandra. Alexandra, we welcome you, but you weren't present. But I would like to give you a 1 minute to have the opportunity to introduce yourself to the board so that they can get to know you a little bit.
I appreciate that. I guess my first introduction should be that, like Jerry, there was human error on my side finding the Zoom link in the agenda. So I will be better next time at knowing where that is. I am the Deputy Commissioner at DECD going on 2 years. And Glenn Thames was previously on the board. She's left the agency as of a month or 2 ago. So I'll be representing the agency on the board. And I do have, it's an area of personal interest. My job before, my career before starting with the state was in multifamily development. So I'm returning back to an area that I care about, that I'm interested in, and looking forward to working with you all. Is that a minute, Commissioner? I think I did it, right?
Yes, you did. Thank you, Alexandra. Any questions or comments for Alexandra?
Welcome, Alexandra.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Any questions, concerns you want to raise before we adjourn the meeting, or any comments? Okay, everybody wants to go home. Oh, I forgot you are all home, huh? So can we adjourn the meeting? Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Have a second.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your hand.
Aye.
aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone.
You.
Thank you.